Morning, students. In the previous lecture, we have started chapter 10, Government Budget and the Economy. We have studied about the meaning, features, and the first objective, reallocation of resources. Now we will learn about more objectives of government budget. Next objective, we have reducing inequalities in income and wealth. Though its tax and expenditure policy, the government attempts to reduce inequalities of income. Inequalities of income and wealth are socially unjust because a section of society, poor section, fails to meet even its basic needs of food, clothing, shelter, etc. The government affects the personal disposable income of households by collecting taxes and making transfer payments. Therefore, it can alter the income distribution. This is the redistribution function. Inequalities of income and wealth can also be reduced through progressive income taxation, in which higher the income, higher is the tax rate. People with low income are provided subsidies and facilities like free education, free health care, etc. Next objective we have economic stability. Economic stability promotes growth and development. The government budget is used to prevent economic fluctuations. Economic fluctuations refers to the situation of inflation or deflation. The government of a country is always committed to save the economy from periods of inflation or deflation. In times of inflation, the government can raise taxes and reduce its expenditure to reduce the level of disposable income and hence aggregate demand. In times of deflation, the government can reduce tax rates and increase its expenditure to increase disposable income of people. This tends to raise the level of aggregate demand in the economy. You studied about economic stability in the last chapter, chapter 9. Next, we have management of public enterprises. Government undertake commercial activities that are of the nature of natural monopolies, heavy manufacturing, etc., through its public enterprises. A natural monopoly is a situation where a single firm can produce at lower average cost than other competing firm. Industries which are potential natural monopolies are railways, electricity, etc. These usually come under state regulation because if left unregulated, there will be a tendency of the monopolies to reduce output, thereby lowering social welfare. Next, we have economic growth. The growth rate of a country depends on the rate of saving and investment. For this purpose, budgetary policy aims to mobilize sufficient resources for investment in the public sector. Therefore, the government makes various provisions in the budget to raise overall rate of saving and investment in the economy. It means the basic objective of budget is to accelerate the pace of economic growth in the country. For accelerating the rate of economic growth, the government undertakes the following steps. Government may grant tax concessions to productive activities. Government may develop infrastructure like roads, canals, power, bridge, etc. by increasing public expenditure, and government may establish public enterprise. Next, we have reducing regional disparities. The government budget aims to reduce regional disparities through its taxation and expenditure policy for encouraging setting up of production units in economically backward regions. It means through budget Government may promote development activities in backward areas for ensuring balanced regional development in the economy. And government may grant tax concession to those production units which are established in these areas. Government may establish public enterprise in these areas. Government may allocate more funds for infrastructural development in these backward areas. With this, the topic objectives of government budget is completed. We will do components of government budget in our next video.